It's big. It's bold.
And we have no idea where it's made. The name Rodius is a play on two words, God and Zeus. Bit of a stretch, yes, but stay with me. Lord, God of the road, so to speak. And this thing is huge. It is kind of hard to impart exactly how big it is, so why don't we compare it to something that you see on a more daily basis, like the Toyota Innova. The Innova's wheelbase is 2,750 millimeters long. The Rodius is up on it by 250 millimeters, which translates to about 9.5 inches on the wheelbase alone, and inside, much more space, like a kiddie pool size more space. So let's get a little bit bigger, the Kia Carnival. The Carnival and the Rodius share the exact same length of wheelbase, 3,000 millimeters, and the difference between its length and width is all of but a matchbox car. The Rodius has styling of an SUV. It's apparent because look at it, it's beefy. It's got swing out doors in the back, D-pillar. However, unlike an SUV, it's got a lower ground clearance, which just basically adds to the comfort of the passengers that are coming in and out of the automobile. Up front, the huge projector headlamps are complemented by the large chrome grille, giving the whole bonnet an authoritative look. The rear, on the other hand, has that typical SUV styling. Wide window, angular taillights, and high-mount stoplights on the spoilers. Inside the Rodius is a mix of old and new school. What I'd like to add here is that the instrument cluster is not located in front of the driver, but rather to his right above the center console, while the shift indicators and the other car warning signals are in the front of the driver by the steering wheel. This might feel a little awkward at first, but you can get used to it pretty quick. While those features may remind you of cars from the 90s, the huge display touchscreen Android-powered head unit tells you otherwise. It has GPS capabilities and can be connected to your phone in a variety of ways. It can also be controlled via the buttons on the steering wheel. Plus, these quarter windows located on both sides of the A-pillar add to the grand view of the road. There's no denying that the vehicle has room, and lots of it. The Rodius comes in 3 variants, a 7, 11, and this, the EX 9-seater. Now, it gives you great opportunity to move around the backrests where you've got cup holders, move the seat up forward so you even have greater room to stretch out. However, there's just one little drawback. In what I'd like to call senior mode, you might want to keep the back seat to luggage because even kids, yeah, they might have a hard time getting back there. One thing I'd like to add is the air conditioning. Normally that wouldn't be a problem, but this is the Philippines and it's the middle of summer. Now, there's only 2 of us inside the car, myself and our trusty cameraman Vincent. The problem is the car is untinted and we're in the middle of, I don't know if you can tell, but we're in the middle of an empty subdivision somewhere in the south. Now, the air conditioning has been on pretty much the whole time, but our fan speed has gotten higher and higher and higher, well, because it's been having a hard time coping up with the heat. Now, that's just for the 2 of us. Imagine 9 people in this thing. The engine response, I would have to say, is pretty good. Now, mind you, let's be realistic. There is only 2 of us inside the automobile. I don't know what it's gonna feel like when there's 9 people inside, but as for now, I'll give it a thumbs up. The ride comfort as a driver is actually pretty good. Unlike if it were a van, you'd get a little bit hot under the seat because the engine would be directly under you. But in this case, with the Rodius, the engine is directly in front of you. The inside cabin's a bit shaky though. We're going downhill right now, and I'm looking in the rear view mirror and the seats are, pretty much shaking back and forth, creating this deafening noise inside the cabin. I'm sure it wouldn't be a problem if the cabin was full, of course, but now that it's empty, it's the things that you kind of hear. Other things that you hear too, that we noticed that once we hit 100 kilometers per hour on the highway, which is a pretty smooth road, the wind noise starts to kind of creep in on you. But other than that, it's a fine drive. The SsangYong Rodius EX starts at 1,490,000 Philippine pesos, which makes it a great, inexpensive, and different alternative to a family hauler, which is perfect because now you can bring along your entire family, including Lola, Lolo, your yayo, your yaya, the rice cooker, the dog, the goldfish, the cat, the big wooden spoon that you stick on the wall, maybe an electric fan, and a stove, and a mini fridge while you're at it. There's nothing wrong with a mini fridge. And beer. You must always have beer.